Hey there, Alan Brokken, the cool dad everybody talks about. At least that's what my kids call me. Here from parts unknown while I'm on vacation. This week's episodes are going to be just a little different, as I've tried to really take a solid vacation when I'm out and about. So we're going to be reaching back to the Two Dads and a Joke archive. My buddy JJ Johnson, who you might know as the geeky dad everybody talks about, because he's got the show Geeky Dads Talk About Geeky Things, is going to be joining me for these episodes. And I just want to say, vacation's super important. I mean, we didn't always have money to go places. A lot of times we did stuff like, we had a staycation one time where the big event was throwing stuff off the deck. So here's some tips and tricks today and throughout the week on family life. But when I think about last week's show, talking about who's got your back, JJ's got my back. He's a good friend of mine, helped me out a lot. And I think, this week's verse really goes with that. So, make sure you're breathing. Do your deep breath in, out through your nose. Keep breathing throughout this. Just kind of clear your head and listen to this episode about family life. And while you're doing that, be thinking about this week's verse. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. That's Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. So without any further ado, why don't we kick off this episode from the archives? My wife and I we're a young married couple with little kids. One of the big challenges we had was it almost took a SWAT team to put them to bed.
Yeah.
Can you guess why?
Why?
They were resisting arrest. So JJ, we're tonight. Last couple weeks we've been talking about connections, family, vacations, things like that. But I think as dads, we also have this other person in our family, our spouse, that we've got to kind of figure out how to get connected with.
That's right.
And so we were going to talk about that tonight. So what's on your mind there?
Well, this is where one of those areas I think we all as husbands feel like at times we kind of just fell at. And, with me and my wife, we both work full time. She works on staff at a church. So life is very, very, very busy for her. And, I'm over here with, the kids, trying to do the church thing with the kids and keep their activities organized with the church activities. She's trying to take care of school activities. And at times it feels like we both have all these 100 things going on at once. I have no idea why I'm doing this, by the way. But anyway, one of the things that, that finding time to just do, a simple date night, and it doesn't have to be extravagant. It could be just go for a cup of coffee and just talk. My wife is a huge reader. I'm a huge reader. One of our favorite things to do is just send the kids to grandma's for a night and just sit down and just read and have some quiet and just, she's on one side of the couch, I'm on the other side of the couch, and we're just in the same room together, but we're both doing what we love and things like that. One of the things I try to do for my wife, as I try to get up, I try to get the kids' bags ready before I leave for work. I try to get, a lot of the housework done. I'm kind of a neat freak, so I'm kind of OCD. So I try to do a lot of those things around the house because her schedule's a lot more chaotic than mine. I work the normal 8 to 5 type job. Hers is a lot of late nights at times, things like that. She has a lot of dinners she cooks for. So I try to do a lot of those things, but there are the small things also that I miss from time to time that I know she wants me to do better at. And so I think for me, it's trying to do things for my wife, trying to be respectful, and then trying to respond the right way at times when she's stressed and she needs to vent. And, sometimes you want to get defensive and just instead learning to listen. And so for me, I try to do those things, but also, we need to get away and just disconnect and just be a husband and wife and just enjoy each other's company. One of my favorite memories with me and my wife is we sat down one morning, and we started watching a Netflix show. No kids were around, and we started at like 8:30 a.m. and it was this series, and it had like 12 episodes. And like at 9 o'clock at night, we realized we hadn't got off the couch. We watched the entire thing, and we just sat there and had fun and just binge watched an entire TV series. And it seems like such an incredible waste of time, and it probably is, but it was fun for us. We were just enjoying sitting there and doing that, and which is something we don't always get to do because our kids are a little bit smaller. They're 7 and 5, and so for us, it's just finding little times like that and making an effort to get the kids, kind of out of the house for a day or out of the house for sitting with the grandmas for a week or for not a week, a night, and just kind of having that time together to where we're not going out and spending a bunch of money. We're not going out and doing a lot of out to eat and restaurants and stuff. Sometimes we're just staying at home and fixing our own seafood and things like that, and just hanging out and binge watching some TV or sitting down and reading a book. But it's finding and making the effort to find the time to do that. Um, that's how it is for us anyway. And because I know what my wife likes, I know what she needs, and she knows what I need and what I like as well. And we have a lot of the same interests when it comes to books and things like that. And so I think it's making the effort that's the challenge, and not forgetting that you need to make that effort. And that's something that I need to do a better job as well, because life gets busy and we get caught up in what we're doing every single day.
Tune in tomorrow for part 2. Thanks for tuning in to the Daily Dad Word. Next week I'll be back with our normal episodes. In the meantime, if you want to check out the links in the bio, you'll find some great entertainment and maybe some more dad advice. Thanks.